Everything in here is a nightmare. I'm saying this, hope you don't seek for this unit.
I'm gonna end with the positive. The positive is the Stow and Go. I thought I was inspecting a 2014. Pierre just confirmed it's a 2019. Ouch.
Right there you can see most likely a farmer had this. It's like mud, hay, straw, 17,000 miles for 4 or 5 years. I think the guy just got sick of keeping it in the barn and said, all right, I'm getting rid of this. Some other, I was going to say will end up with it, but I think I can't say that on YouTube.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in beautiful, sunny Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. I'm kidding. It's a rainy day. We're about to inspect this 2019 Entegra Insignia 37 MB. Now stick around. We don't know what we're going to find. Our customer doesn't know what we're going to find, but our customer's fingers are crossed that we do not call before lunchtime. So stick around and we'll update you.
All right, first glimpse. We already have safety issue. Upper marker lights on this side, blinker light on this side. There's been tape on that mirror. We'll have to look into that, but right there you can see most likely a farmer had this. It's like mud, hay, straw, 17,000 miles for 4 or 5 years. I think the guy just got sick of keeping it in the barn and said, all right, I'm getting rid of this. Some other, I was going to say sucker will end up with it, but I think I can't say that on YouTube. So already we have a couple of problems. These lights at one point when Laurel was walking inside, they shut off. Why would they shut off? She didn't touch no button. Just walking on the floor? Electrical issue? Maybe? Just saying. Same thing on the back. I got this middle marker light that is even gone. And as we pull up here, you might have seen this in our entrance video. This slide out is already out. They drove it down here and the customer's been told, yeah, they kind of know there's an electrical issue with this. So the guy who brought it up says, you want me to open the slide? I says, no, it's fine, we'll figure it out. I says, does the slide open anyway? You know there's electrical issue? He says, yeah, we know. Loose lips sink ships. I think it was smart enough to not sink the ship. So now we're gonna search for what's going on with this. So another light. Why would this porch light be gone as well? For me, it's not exciting. I mean, there's 17,000 miles. I see the wear on the tires also, the way it is, so might have bad alignment. There's a lot of things here that doesn't drag in the right direction. Let's go check what Laurel has inside so far.
Come on in. Let's take a look at my first glimpse and my Stow and Go. I should start with something positive, but I'm going to end with the positive. The positive is the Stow and Go. I walked in here and I said, okay, I know it's used. I thought I was inspecting a 2014. Pierre just confirmed it's a 2019. Ouch. Okay, it looks really old for a 2019. The first thing that we saw on the outside, there's so much hay and grass and debris in the slides. While the slides are in, it's really a lot. So I'm coming through and I'm seeing that all my slides are in, well, partially. This one's not in completely. Something's going on there. But all the wallpaper is coming down on every slide hole that I could actually get into. And the only one I can't really reach is here with my hands, but I can see it. I can visually see all the wallpaper is lifting, which, I don't know, that's a little bit of a telltale sign when Pierre and I walk in here. But let's talk about something positive, okay? So let's start backing up here in the co-pilot seat and the pilot seat. This is your Stow and Go. So for a Stow and Go, I think it's pretty darn good because you can get all the way back here to the microwave and your induction stovetop. I can even get to the shower and the bathroom over here. Now, if you can squeeze through, I'm gonna just, and if you do, and you make it to the bedroom, then you can go to bed and you can go right there to your closet. So is this Stow and Go decent? I'll stay right here and say, yes, I think it is decent. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. So one of the first things that we always check are the walls around our slides. And I said to Pierre, this wall looks like it's a little indented and bowed. And when we feel it with our fingers, not only is it bowed, but it's cold and it's damp and it's soft. Now you can see Pierre's finger right there. It's pushing in, right? And he's barely touching that wall. So then when we put the moisture meter on there, I can tell you that it is quite high right there, 55. Yeah, so not a good thing for sure. I don't think that water in the walls is something that anybody wants in their RV.
All right, so I'm outside here. If you recall, right here on my floor is where I have high humidity reading, right behind that seat, in front of this. So I end up down here. It's all right, I'll just confirm what I'm seeing. So I'll go up here. I'll take reading on the subfloor underneath the wheel. So we're looking at 45, 50. I had 60 at one point. So that's good. But then I end up past this bar. And now I'm looking at 67. So listen, when I touch this, people, this is like styrofoam. There's nothing there. So the whole floor is rotten underneath this whole section. So you're talking about ceramic and having to remove the floor. There's no saving. If you want to save, you will have to remove all this floor as we just came by, and underneath the seat, all of this down there, that's all rotten.
A lot of times we look for wrinkles, big wrinkles. So when we see wrinkles, it's kind of a telltale sign that possibly something could be there. Doesn't always mean that it is, but it's definitely something that we look at. So coming over here, we saw some more wrinkles here around the driver's seat window, and we can feel the moisture again. There's a different temperature to the wall than there is on the other walls. So as you can see, we're getting high moisture readings there. Now, I did check around this particular window. There's no moisture readings. So we're just going to continue to investigate what else we can find in this coach.
Might be lunchtime recap, decap, get out of here. Everything in here is a nightmare. I'm saying this, hope you don't seek for this unit. I'm just saying, nothing works. Everything's half-ass. You push a button on the slide out, you can push them out, you can't bring them in. None of them. I end up in the back here. Now it's the opposite, meaning if I want to retract, it extends. And I can't retract nothing. So this slide out would actually move. I can bring it out, but I can't bring it in. Same with this one, that's the bedroom. They're backwards. See, you retract, it actually extends. So it's totally the opposite, and nothing works. Let's go check the electrical system per se. Let's shut off the master. Let's see what it does. Surprise, surprise. That's a fan. Give me 2 seconds. We have the master switch here. We have all the lights on, so everything is on. So I'm going to turn this off. My lights are off. And now I'm going to turn this back on. Well, go check what's going on over there. So we got the fan that turns on the minute you turn back the chassis battery. You've got a major problem, electrical issue in this unit, a big time. When I was outside, the docking lights, when Laurel was walking, I might have talked about that, my docking lights were going off and on. Is this haunted? Maybe. I don't know. This is the kind of unit that you want to pass on. I'm just saying, when you start having electrical issues that don't seem to be easy to resolve, it shouldn't be just a ground, there's a major issue. There's a reason why these people traded that in as a 2019. Like Laurel says, it probably was built in 2014. I don't know. So let's see where we're at. I'm going to try to seek for a couple more things, but I'm definitely calling the customer because it's not a recommendation, but here's the facts. Where do you want me to go from there? Because if I open those slide out, we're in trouble with this wall, the rot in there. So is it the water that created an electrical short somewhere? Possible, I don't know. I'm not there to fix the problem, I'm there to state the facts. Let's try to find a couple of more things just to make the customer confirm how good this unit it really is. Let's talk to you in a couple.
So it's the end of our day, but it's not lunchtime yet. What does that mean? The dreaded call has been made. And unfortunately, this coach was misrepresented from the dealership. That can happen to you as well. So now our customer needs to chase his deposit because he's been told, you'll get your deposit back two ways. One, if we can't finance you, and two, if there are major issues with the coach. But who determines what is major? The customer or the dealership? And at this dealership, we've been told many times that it's not a refundable deposit, it's a credit. You can use it at another one of our stores. So you need to think about that when you're purchasing a coach. Always make sure that you check the VIN. Just pull it up. Pull up that VIN. But the VIN's not going to tell you everything, the entire story. Who maintained it? How was it maintained? How was it housed? And in this case, we've got soft floors, soft walls, high moisture, and a huge electrical purple monkey, as Pierre says. It's an electrical nightmare that our customer is not willing to put money into. So dance before the music is over and live before your life is over. Get out there and enjoy the roads. So remember and do never forget.
It's not all about the destination. It's all about the journey.
But we're about to inspect this 2019 Entegra Insignia MB. Now stick around. I don't know what
37 MB.
What'd I say?
You just said MB, Insignia MB. Insignia?
Okay. We're about to inspect this 2019 Insignia. We're about to inspect this and whew.
Other than having to lose weight?
I've been telling Pierre. So is this Stow and Go? So is this Stow and Go decent? Well, I need to lose some weight. I've been telling Pierre, let's go to Planet Fitness or something. I gotta go to the gym. But if you're thin and you can get through here, oh, it's the best Stow and Go ever.
So let's see you when?
See what?
Let's see you at lunchtime.
So we'll see you at lunchtime.